Hello everyone, today we will discuss about angular momentum. So now before going towards the topic angular momentum, let me explain you or let us revise this what is linear momentum. So in last year you have studied about the linear momentum. It is defined as the product of mass of the particle and the velocity of the particle. Okay, now this linear momentum is applicable in translational motion. Okay, so now what was the meaning of momentum? Momentum is nothing but it is an force or energy which is applied or which helps us in the motion of an object. Momentum means it is a force or energy which helps to maintain the motion of an object. It makes the motion more faster and faster. Okay, that is the meaning of momentum. So in translational motion, the momentum is along straight lines, so we define over there linear momentum, and it is given by product of mass into velocity of the particle. Expression is given over here, P is equals to m into v. Okay, now next we will see definition of angular momentum. Now as you have seen linear momentum, the same function is over here of the angular momentum. Meaning, or you can say physical significance is same, only the name angular is different. Why? Because angular momentum we are defining when the body is rotating about an axis. Okay, so when a body is rotating about an axis, now here torque plays an important role. Now in this case, torque is providing you the energy, or you can say force, for the motion of an rotational object. Okay, so as I told you, in linear momentum, if any body wants to move from one place to another, or if you want to set in motion, force is going to play an important role. So here in angular momentum, torque, okay, that is also nothing but ability of the force. So torque will be acting as an important role in this angular momentum, and it is going to provide you the force or energy to maintain the rotational motion. Okay, so now that was the meaning. Now how to define it? Angular momentum of a body about a fixed axis is nothing but it is the product of body's moment of inertia and its angular velocity with respect to that axis. Okay, formula is L is equals to I omega. Okay, now see, if we compare these two equations, here P is the linear momentum, here L will be the angular momentum, M is the mass, here I is moment of inertia, that is nothing but I also plays the same role as that of mass. V is linear velocity, omega is angular velocity. So this is just like an analogous terms we can say. So meaning in both the terms, that is linear momentum, angular momentum is same. Just linear we are going to use when it is translational motion, and angular we are going to use when it is rotational motion. Okay, now for point particles, okay, for point particles we can also define L is equals to R cross P. Means this moment of inertia is a vector quantity. It is defined as vector L is equals to vector product of R cross P. Now vector product. So by definition of vector product, you will write it as Rp sin theta. Okay. Now further what we have done, R is as it is, instead of P put there mv. So mv sin theta, and unit will be kg into meter square per second. Okay. So now as I told you, angular momentum is a vector quantity, so it will have magnitude as well as direction. So magnitude is given by this formula Rp sin theta, and now let us see what is the direction, or how to give the direction of angular momentum. Now this is a cross product R cross P. So what does this equation mean? R cross P means vector R and vector P are perpendicular to each other and their resultant is perpendicular to the plane of R cross P. Now see, let us see in this diagram. This is your vector R, this is your vector P. M cross V is nothing but P. Okay, so this is your P, this is your R. This R and this P both are perpendicular to each other, means they are in cross product. Now the resultant L, okay, it will be also perpendicular to this plane. See, all three are mutually perpendicular to each other, means the direction of angular momentum will be along the axis of the rotation. And also the direction is given by using right hand thumb rule. If the body is moving in anti-clockwise sense, thumb will give you the direction of angular momentum L, which is shown over here. Okay, so this equation L is equals to R cross P is nothing but this quantity L, R and P, all three are mutually perpendicular to each other, which is shown in this diagram. L will be always along the axis of rotation, so this L, R and this P, all three are mutually perpendicular to each other. Thank you. Hello everyone, today we will discuss about expression for angular momentum of rotating body. So now this is the necessary diagram. One diagram is shown here. This is a rigid body rotating about an axis which is passing through this point O with constant angular speed omega. Okay, now as I told you earlier, when a rigid body is rotating, particles are performing circular motion. So these are some n numbers of particles which are performing a circular motion along this axis of rotation. So suppose if we consider your particle is m1, its distance from the distance r1, then similarly m2 at a distance r2, mn at distance rn from the axis of rotation. Now this P1, vector P1, vector P2, vector PL shows the direction of linear momentum. The direction of linear velocity and direction of linear momentum is same. So this represents the direction of linear momentum. So now let us start with the derivation. So as I told you earlier, it rotates with the constant velocity omega, and particles perform the necessary circular motion. So now let us start with the derivation. So first let v1 with the linear velocity of the particles of mass m1 is given by, this is the relation between linear and angular velocity, so that will be given by v1 is equals to r1 omega. Then equation for linear momentum, p1 will be written as m1 v1. So that is m1 as it is, substitute value of v1, so that is r1 omega. Okay, now angular momentum is nothing but product of linear momentum and its perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. So therefore L1 will be p1 r1, so that is substitute value of this p1 m1 r1 omega, r1 as it is, so that comes out to be m1 r1 square omega. This we have discussed, this equation we have discussed in the last video, that is of angular momentum. Okay, so from there we have taken this definition. Okay, so now similarly there are n numbers of particles, so we can write equation for L2, L3 and Ln respectively. Okay, now next, what is the next term then? Till now we have find L1, L2, Lt, that is angular momentum for n numbers of particles. Now we want to find total angular momentum of the whole rotating rigid body. So what you will do, directly summation of all the angular momentum. So that is L1 plus L2 plus up to Ln. So substitute the values from these equations, that is L1, L2, Mn, in this next equation. So what you will get, angular momentum L is equals to, instead of L1, m1 r1 omega square plus m2 r2 omega square plus up to mn rn square omega. Now from this equation you can take omega common. and then this what will remain if you take omega common, m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 plus up to mn rn square. So that term we can write it as a summation I from 1 to n mi ri square omega. Okay, see again I will explain you this meaning of this summation. You can substitute here I from 1 to n. If you substitute I as 1, you will get first term, I as 2, second term, n, nth term. Okay, then now but this summation I from 1 to n mi r square is nothing but moment of inertia I. Okay, so therefore substituting this value I over here, you get L is equals to I omega. Okay, now angular momentum is a vector quantity, as I have discussed this with you in your last video also. So whose direction is same as that of omega, that is along the axis of rotation. This is the vector equation. Vector L is equals to I vector omega. Now let me show you the direction. So here is one diagram. This is the P, this is the R. If this is the direction of L, means if the particle is moving here anti-clockwise, okay, anti-clockwise means coming out, moving in, then by right hand thumb rule, if the body is performing anti-clockwise sense of rotation, then your angular momentum will be along the axis in the upward direction. Okay, so this is your direction of angular momentum L, and this is same as your angular velocity will be also in this same direction. So this axis is the direction of L and omega. Remember, always angular momentum L is directed along the axis. Okay, so this is all about the expression for angular momentum. Thank you.